Good
Grand
morning,
rising
Joe.
to you as well. Please let him get
Morning,
his shit
Joe.
off. What was the rest of that, Joe?
Good morning to anyone else out there who's in desperate need of a manicure.
Oh, LOL. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
we've been locked down for a minute.
Oh
I got
man, my
you.
nails
Thank
are
you.
atrocious. Thank God I'm not finger banging today.
I
Oh my God, I got
what?
mine done yesterday.
Yo,
I love him. More and more
Joe,
each day.
are you trying to change the subject off of you losing?
That was a clean pivot.
No, Ari,
Oh,
to be a gracious winner, you have to be a gracious loser.
you
Uh,
were not gracious yesterday.
I exited the chat and watched my show and went to bed. I was very
Wow.
gracious.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought you ended the room. You didn't end the room. That was
No,
Derek.
I have never ended a room, and Leslie, I don't do
LOL.
that.
I was
Nah,
like,
I don't do
he
that.
just dips.
I thought you
That
ended
battle,
the room.
I want to lose graciously, of course, but man, man. A few
A lot of
things.
fire.
Yeah, I
We
was going to
got
ask what your thoughts.
a few quick thoughts, right? And then I'm
Mhm.
shutting up and I'll toss it back to Miss Foster. Hey, look at Ari in the bathroom. Hold up.
Oh, brother.
Hey, she will not move the trash
Yeah,
can.
those purple and red towels is everything.
Yeah,
I know, right?
can you just move the trash can next time, Ari?
Sure.
Anyway, quick
nigga said it's an
thoughts.
eyesore.
I can
Quick.
edit it out.
These are my quick thoughts. Oh, the fact that I won't say anything about this, but on under what terms does the loser ever dictate the terms of the battle to the winner? So how we ever ended up in 50 versus Ross was just good old fashioned sportsmanship on Joe's part. Cool, but Derek shouldn't have been dictating what terms the battle is on. Hey, we're gonna do these two artists. Why, nigga? You lost. I thought of that after I went to sleep. Right? That's one. Two. No matter how bad the judges are, they have to stay because a big part of the battle is reading the temperature of the judges. So even if the first group was bad, like so we did 10 songs with them. We changed groups twice. The second group and then for the last round, and that part was really nasty because it's like, okay, now we have execs up here. This is a whole different ball game than it's a one round. It was just a lot off. That whole thing about the features, fam, I have to be present for that next judge vetting room. How do these type of idiots get on the stage? I say idiots respectfully, of course, but yeah, that thinking kind of backed me out of playing Monster, which is a point. That
What?
thinking backed me out of playing You Don't Even Know, which I think is a point. Like it's
Absolutely
just
a point.
yeah, I think it's a point. But that thinking scared me out of that. So I take full responsibility for it. I'll take being 11-1. Congratulations to my opponent for a great win. And I had a lot of fun last night.
Wait, they said no features?
Nah, like literally, he
Nah,
played
people were
"Devils in
bugging.
a New Dress," and someone was just like, "Well, isn't that a Kanye song?" And it's like, "Nigga, please."
Nah, somebody
This
said that
is
to
Had his
Hustle
own
giving
when he
me
version.
played Hove.
anxiety. What in the entire fuck happened last night? Where's the track list? And how the fuck did we
Tina has
A
it.
nigga say that and
Legendary,
then
lose
play G Unit
to
legendary.
records.
50
Tina
Cent?
has it.
Yeah, can
Tina
somebody
has
put up
the
the full
track list.
playlist?
No,
Tina
as
got
a
it.
oh my god, as a 50
Can't play
Cent
features.
Tina,
You
and
can
Rick
play G
Ross
Unit.
excuse
fan,
me. One mic.
this is
Tina, are
insane.
you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you all right today? How are you?
I'm
How's
great.
your...
How are you?
Okay.
I'm off today. I'm good.
Oh, okay. Where are you? Are you home?
I'm in
MLK
the
Day.
city.
It's MLK Day. Did y'all acknowledge that?
Yeah,
Not yet.
Yeah.
not yet, not yet.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
morning, Queens. Can someone send me
Will
the
y'all
playlist?
let me talk? And don't call me a
PT,
queen.
hey PTI, that's
And
Ari mood
stop
today.
calling me queen.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Good morning, slutty bitches.
The
Joe.
Hotep niggas pulled up.
Yo,
That.
that's
More like
Grand
it.
rising
Wait,
Hove.
did that come
No,
out of Joe's mouth?
of course it did. Tina, are you near a computer that may or may not have this
So
list?
great news, right? Because I'm intelligent enough to take a picture of the list before I ran around. So hold on. I'm a
We
PTR.
appreciate
Meow.
And I don't want to hear a peep out of you niggas. Yesterday was the loudest room I have ever been in. in my life.
How
Oh,
did
definitely
I?
definitely
How did I
Ari,
miss
when
this?
announcement was made about who won, that was it was definitely loud.
Loud.
I
The first win, because Derek won twice. I don't know how that
Oh
happened.
shit, Ari. Ooh, ooh,
That
ooh,
was a
ooh.
miscount.
It was a
It was a
miscount, but he
Not
won
refile.
Derek won
twice.
twice. Ooh.
I'm like
It
huh?
that.
was a
What the
refile.
hell?
Wait, but that bothered me too because
I know it did.
had I had the correct round count, Lord Knows comes in. I thought Lord Knows should have beat PIMP anyway, but Lord Knows would have came in before that. And what was his last song? Something that was
Candy
ass. He
shop.
ran out of
Candy
songs
shop.
and
It was
some.
candy shop.
No,
Candy shop.
PIMP was his
No,
Can
what
we
overtime
turn the
happened
song.
was
final?
It was
that
candy
one
Candy
of
candy
the
shop.
shop.
Candy
honestly
shop was
one of
Can't
the
fire.
Can we
yo,
have
are
one
judges.
mic,
you
please?
the
Can we
nigga?
have one
Yo,
mic,
the
please?
nigga literally. I'm in my kitchen telling my whole living room, yo, he's run out of records. There's nothing but Candy Shop and PIMP left,
But
and
So
somehow he ran
talk
away
about
with them bum ass records. Ew.
so this the
Was y'all
recount.
outside during Candy Shop and PIMP? Do y'all know PIMP was
definitely.
like the fifth single off that album?
But Joe,
I
is
love
that
PIMP
contingent
though.
upon people listening to the verses as they're being played and determining which one they think is better or not?
And
I
Well,
mean, I
I
believe there's a
can't say
factor to it.
because for that last one, it was executives. So why they might pick PIMP is different. That wasn't the tone of the battle the whole time. If that was the tone, then I'll whip your head, boy, doesn't win. Like,
Yo, I'm looking at this list, and when I tell you my heart is pounding out my chest because of these goddamn. Who were the judges?
yeah, it
There
was a
was
mess
like
last night, respectfully.
33 judges in total. They
But
swapped out
again,
I
Somebody
need
sometimes.
a
switched
yo. I
their
need a
vote
blunt.
on round 7 because Joe got that round.
I need a
so y'all
blunt.
Me and Mia had
basing
Yo,
the
oh
so
my,
y'all
that
saying
was
Joe
the
Yes,
lost
they
crazy
because of the
part.
did.
no. So
judges?
me,
Yes,
Mia,
they
and Toy had
did.
the same count. We all had the same
No,
count.
me, you, Toy, and it was a girl on Twitter who she was kept PT on her computer
Right.
every round. Joe
Yeah.
had round 7
How
for
the
And
sure.
then
fuck? How the
and then
fuck
one of
did
the
popping
judges
them?
swayed. And
Oh
because
no,
we
no,
don't,
right.
I think going forward, we're gonna have to write down what judge vote for who.
Wait, and
When
Because
I
you all
demanded to know
retook
which
you all
judge, so I can
Mia,
get
Yeah,
the fuck
that
out of
was
right?
here.
what he said.
Yep.
There was a judge that swayed. First of all, because we knew how difficult this was, myself, Tina, Toy, and someone else on Twitter all was keeping score. Everybody said that was 7. It was literally 6-5 for Joe for sure.
yes, yes,
And then when we did it back, when we all said it, everybody was like, "No, that was actually a 50 round." I'm like, "No, I know what I
no,
have. I hadn't even
right.
talked to Tina." Then Tina said what she had. We had the same thing. Then they came back, and one of the judges definitely changed their vote.
But this
And
shouldn't
then
be a
Joe said it too.
this shouldn't be the Joe should have won room though.
No,
Respectfully,
They didn't say that.
no,
At no
I know they
point did
didn't
they
say that.
say
I
that.
I'm
know
going to
Joe.
say that
No,
Joe
I know
should
they
have
didn't say
won,
that.
Well,
and
I
I'm
mean, I
looking
think I
at
think
this
that
Judges
they're
are
list,
talking
bro.
about
that
Nah,
they're
right
pure.
now.
nah, I'm
no.
Let's
rocking
So,
with
go
well,
back to
50.
Al,
the
let
I
legendary.
think
me
it
just
went how it
say
I
was
know they
supposed to
didn't
go.
say
this.
that, but this should
Let me
not
just
One
say
be the Joe should
mic.
have won room. However, you're right, because Mia, when you left for the 2 rounds that Tina took the scores, that was where the discrepancy came up. And when you had to then go back and ask everyone for their votes again, people change, and that's where the
no, no,
change
no, no,
came
no, no.
in.
No,
I
that
got
was
no. That's
before I
not what
left.
happened. So Mia left round 14. So I did
Right,
14 and 15, and it was unanimous. It wasn't even no. It was no discrepancy on the count
right.
Yo,
on
There
hey,
was
either
a
let me
one.
round
interrupt
that
real quick.
y'all retook everybody's score over though.
7. That
It
Yeah,
was
was
round
different.
7.
that
You was
was
Let me
there.
round.
interrupt
You was
real
That is
quick.
present.
round 7.
Let,
And
let me
didn't
just
Ross win
let
that
me just
round?
tell the people that weren't there. I played She Will and lost to popping them things.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
fucking
What?
that's
bro.
That's what I
crazy.
said. I said something about that. That was
What?
crazy.
No,
Like
I'm
some of
bro.
that was
What?
some of
Then he
that was
gave it to Mini
outrageous
Man the
last
next
night.
round though.
Like, I'm not a star should have won.
What were the prerequisitions for these fucking
I'm not a
judges?
star should
Because
have
I'm
definitely
tight.
won.
Joe
Oh, that
played
was the oh
hustling.
my
I'm not a star,
I'm
didn't
not a
win.
star
I'm
should have
out. All right,
definitely
I'm
That's what
done.
he
So
did.
But the,
I'm
but
I
what
done.
don't
I
want to
think
have
Niggas,
this
Hold on,
niggas
hold
just
on.
conversation
don't
no
like Rick
more.
Ross.
I
If y'all
don't
make
think
this
I
seem
think
like a
that
when
I
it
Was
think
it?
gets
Were
that
y'all
pre
going off of club hits? Is that what
no,
this
no, no,
Hustling
is?
no.
should have
So
won. I'm
what
not a
happened
star should have
was
won.
Joe played hustling, right? He played Ross, and then he played a little like 2 bars out of Hove, and then whatever happened happened with the next record. Then two of the judges was like, "Oh, that's a whole verse. You trying to da da?" We all was confused. Like, it's a raw song. Like, why is there an issue? Like, the artist is on the song. It's the song. You could play any version of that song. And they was like,
Yo,
"Nah, that's a feature. It's too many features." And then we was like, "What's the issue?"
I understand anybody saying that says I didn't do what I had to do with Ross's catalog. I take full accountability for that. But I do think there was a few rounds in there that just was outrageous.
That niggas didn't
Give you
give it the credibility it deserved because it was features or it was a verse on a fuller song. Yeah, absolutely.
see
again, the skill set.
even if Justin is trash, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie, you could have did better. You feel me? But even
Brandon,
with
check
the
your
songs that you have, they shouldn't have won. Like,
Brandon, check your DM.
Yeah, because
You're
I
right.
didn't think that Derek did a great job with 50's catalog at all. I thought
He
this was a
No,
sleeper.
yeah.
he didn't
See,
play High All the Time. It was a bunch of shit he didn't play.
and I
He
would
didn't
I
play
would
I
have
Get Money. He
I
didn't
would
No,
play
have
the
mixed
Power
How
it.
did
Rangers
I give
song.
money? Not facts.
I would have hit you with a
listen,
couple mixtapes
here's
too.
what
I'm
killed me.
surprised he played the Working remix. I'm like, nobody bumps that
Here's
song.
what
Yeah,
kills
that was.
me.
Yeah.
Hate it or
I
Unpopular
love
don't
it.
think Magic
Hate
decision.
it or
I
City
would
love it.
say
played
Beat
that.
I'm
Derek
a
did what he was
boss.
supposed to do on offense and defense.
Hate or
How,
love it is legendary. Hate or love
Love
it.
Yeah,
it.
chill,
Hater Love It
legendary.
is
Hold
a
Yeah,
on.
relax,
classic.
relax.
Yeah, I'm a Rick Ross fan, but yeah,
The
No, 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 no.
Hate
unpopular
to
Wait,
love
no,
it.
no,
decision. I
wait, hold
He
up.
think
hated
I'm
Derek
not
did what he
rappers.
mad
was
at
supposed to on offense
anybody.
and
I'm
defense.
not mad at nobody that says Hate It or Love It is better than I'm a Boss. I'm mad when Hate It or Love It is a clean sweep of I'm a
Yeah.
Boss. Something is wrong.
Nah, they
I
Hated or
mean,
Love It
it's
got
a,
me
Every
like,
Yeah,
judge
so
one
said
A
that.
I
person,
think
lot of
people
only
go
one
back to
person
where they
judges.
were
voted
in that
I'm
moment.
a
Like, Hate It or
Boss.
Love It was a moment for me. I'm a Boss didn't really move me like that.
I'm a
Like, it's
Boss is
lit,
a
but it
moment.
didn't move me the way Hate It or Love It did. Like, I don't
Only
know.
one person voted for I'm a Boss, and only one person voted
What?
for. Yep, one person only voted for I'm Not a Star. One person voted for I'm a
Yeah, come
Boss.
on, man. We had
That shit
idiots
was
up there.
bad.
Y'all need to send out a
It
mass
was
text
idiots
next
up
time
there.
y'all do
Hold
this
on. But
shit.
I'm not a star also went against
Groupthink,
21
echo
Questions,
chamber.
bro. Like 21 Questions was also a song that, like,
Exactly. So
even
you
if you're
see,
not a 50
Yeah.
fan for real, like that resonates with mad people. The video was all on BET, bro. Like all
exactly.
that shit.
So
Not
there's
Like
one
there's
also
I
person
that I
vote
think
for
think
that
Hate It or Love It.
Love
going
you like a
forward,
fat kid, love
Mia's
cake.
call is Mia's call, and we shouldn't question Mia. We can't be doing recounts. If we do that, we gotta do that privately. All of the banter, we gotta try
the
this time to
next
curve it.
the next one I'm a part of. I'm I'm implementing that thing that I said because I'm gonna try that. It makes sense. Even if we create an Instagram page solely for it and the judges vote privately on that, I think that'll be a better way to do it.
Yeah, like let them DM you whatever they pick, and then it's
I
No,
in
think
I'm
we
house.
should
creating.
take a break from the verses for a second, though. Jeez.
It was a good
Respectfully.
battle, though. It's not like it was a
Respectfully.
blowout. Like, it really could have went either way. I thought it was good. Like, yeah, there was some weird shit with the judging, but overall, it's like, it's 50 and Rick Ross. So
Yeah, they were still
it
like one or
wasn't,
two
you know what I'm
votes
saying?
off
Like,
from a
it
win.
wasn't bad. It wasn't like a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like 11 to fucking whatever. Like, it was hella fucking close. Like, it could have
What
went
was the
either
count?
way. I thought it
What was
was
the
good.
count for the last
I
round?
just want to say I'm looking at this list and the scoring is nuts, and I got in there late. That's crazy.
you wait. So y'all mean to tell me that Hate It or Love It was a clean sweep?
Hate It or
Yeah, it
Love It
Yeah,
is a
was.
it
fire
was.
Yep.
song.
It's a
Only
fire
one
song. It's a
person
fire
voted.
song for
It's a
sure. It's a
classic.
fire.
Legendary,
No. It's a
legendary,
fire song for
legendary,
sure.
legendary,
Yes,
legendary.
Ariana. Yes,
I
Ariana.
will move you to the goo. There will be no hate it or love it slander on this.
I'm not
Yeah. So when
slandering
Joe
He's
hate. No,
not
no,
played,
no, 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 no.
slandering the
I'm not
records.
slandering
That
it
was
at
that was
all.
my joint
How the
too.
fuck is it a clean sweep?
so what happened was Joe was playing big
Hate it or love
records,
it.
and then somebody kept saying it's the better record. And then when Joe started playing the better record, it was like, no, it's about the bigger record.
Yeah, and
And we
that's
was like
another thing.
confused. We was
And
like,
y'all
what?
are
That's what I've
gonna,
been saying
y'all.
from the
Yeah, Ross will
beginning, bro.
never beat 50 in a bigger record contest.
What did I just say before Joe got here?
That
Literally,
will
that's what
Didn't you
never
say the
happen
same thing?
I
anywhere.
literally just told y'all that before he got here. It's no way in the world would Ross beat 50 on bigger record. I just said that.
He don't
Yeah.
have no records anywhere near
Huh?
as half the records 50. That's a fact.
Yeah,
You
y'all
can
have to
He
Google
don't
that.
got as
understand.
many room
Y'all
shakers.
have to understand. 50 ran music for a period of time. Ross never
Niggas
ran
said
music.
Ross don't got room shakers. Hold the fuck.
Yeah, but it was always other people running music when Ross was making fire music. 50
And
ran music.
also, like I said 10 minutes
Who's
ago, you also are looking at Ross comprised of other artists on tracks as well. When you're talking about Ross's record and 50's records, Ross cannot compete with 50. He does not have a bigger run. I'm sorry. And so when you're
That's
looking
a
at
fact.
judges
That's a
that are
fact.
judging the popularity vote, that's what they're looking at. And that's why Joe said at the end, when the nozzle changed and now it's the industry, now the voting looks different. It feels different because these are people that aren't just looking at the bigger record. Now they're looking at different variables.
if
And I
that's
just said that in your argument, I told y'all that Ross does not have bigger records than 50. And honestly, Mia, my if I had to pick a favorite between the two, it would be Ross. But that's just me. But I can't argue the fact that 50 has bigger records than Ross.
And that's the fact.
Well said. Well said.
Not even just records, impact in general.
Listen, when I had
Fact.
to
50's
play, oh,
impact is
Tina
not
left.
even to be played with.
Oh, I can't see the
Yeah.
list no more. But
I'm gonna just
Hold
say
on, Joe.
in
I
in
got you. She sent it to me.
in my kitchen anyway, I think that was round 12. This is just off the top of my head. But I was like, fam, the fact that I have to play, I'm on one to barely beat whatever this bullshit record is that he's playing, like, this is nuts.
Also, let's not downplay Ross in that luxury rap lane, bro. Because that
I'm
nigga
trying to
definitely
tell
makes
you.
PTR.
That's
a whole
what we're
lane, bro.
saying, though. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is 50 controlled me. 50's a bigger name.
No,
50's a
Corey,
So
household
Corey,
can you
name.
hold on,
guys name an
Corey. I'm not
aspect of the game that he controlled that Ross didn't? Name something that 50 did outside
Corey.
of writing
Gangster
a
rap.
show.
He controlled
Bro,
gangster rap. What are we talking
Nah,
about?
yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
I'm
Miami
talking.
niggas,
The
I'm
whole
just
Southern
talking
niggas was
straight
not
up.
listening to 50, bro.
But
This is the same
what?
conversation we was having with
50 has
Ashanti and
Oh
Keisha
my
Cole, my
god.
nigga.
Okay. All
50,
right. Okay.
bro.
All right. You're bugging.
I'm not saying that
nah,
niggas
kind
was
you
of
not
don't
listening
like,
to him
disagree.
at all, brother. But what I'm saying to you is
brother.
if you tell me that
Whatever you want
Keisha
to be.
Cole was getting bumped more in the North than Ashanti was, nigga, you bugging. And it's vice
JB.
versa,
He
bro.
So JB,
controlled
I think the
gangster
issue
Benjamin.
rap.
that you're not seeing
No
is that
matter
there's
what
Excuse
some.
me.
Ashanti controlled the game with Murder Inc., my nigga. What are you
You are
saying?
wild loud and you don't like just
Why is he
take a
yelling?
Apologies,
breather.
apologies. I got my
He's so
headphones in.
take a
Relax, guys.
breather.
Damn, everybody always say that. My headphones.
Woo
I got the
woo
classic shits.
woo. Woo woo
Energy.
woo.
Not
Energy.
the
It's
We
too early.
classics.
reckon.
All right, I'm
JB.
not saying
Nigga
nothing
said
more. I had the
loud.
headphones in. My fault. I wasn't yelling on purpose.
The 50 mixtape days are not to be played with. Like that shit. Like I was way too young to be listening to that shit. I remember going to the mall, buying it, going home, me and my cousins listening to it when we weren't supposed to, rapping every single song. Like 50 really influenced the whole like we grew up on him literally. Like, and I
Alicia, where are you
fucking
from?
love Rick Ross. I'm from Toronto, so I don't even have, you know what I'm saying? Like
Well, no,
I,
I think to his point, that is kind of the bias, right? Because, like, it's not that everyone didn't appreciate 50, but being up north and closer to New York, you associate those moments with 50 Cent's mixtapes. I associate them with Rick Ross's mixtapes for me because I'm from the South. It
And I
just,
think
it
Rick
really does
Ross
depend on
mixtape.
where it hits from. I'm not taking from either one of them, but I do understand 50 Cent has a bigger quote unquote impact. But if you talk about just nostalgia, I don't have that with 50 Cent.
Yeah, and I think 50 has
gotcha,
those
gotcha.
undeniable records that people just like in the club, bro, is still getting played every club at midnight, bro. Candy
Yep.
Shop, like there's certain songs by 50 that are just undeniably still getting played, despite the fact that Rick Ross had a crazy run and
And you
he
don't
has
hear
some of those insane hit records.
and you
But
don't hear
50 has
BMF the
those.
same night.
Well, no, the only
Um,
thing I'll say different to what Six just said, which I just kind of came back into the room and heard on the tail end. Six, I understand where you're coming from. However, though, I think even at the time that you were still listening to and experiencing those Rick Ross songs in the club, those 50 songs that are the bangers and that are like forever going to be attributed to his catalog as his bangers were playing alongside of those newly minted Rick Ross songs.
Right, but what I mean as far as nostalgia, we weren't down here bumping 50 Cent in our cars, right? Like we were playing Port of Miami. We were listening to Rick Ross's mixtape series. Like that's what we were doing down here.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the nostalgia around 50 Cent for people above Maryland are his mixtapes and such. And I get it. They both had club bangers and 50s were bigger, period. I get it. But the nostalgia part of it, which is what people really do vote in these verses for, whatever song reminds them of a time when they was out with their friends or whatever felt the best to them. I have that to Rick Ross. I'm not taking that 50 Cent changed the culture. I'm not taking that 50 Cent has club bangers or that we heard him in the club and whatnot. I'm just saying if people are voting based on that, and that is what they're voting on, if you're from the South, you're probably going to lean towards Rick Ross because that's what you associate it with.
But Six, you really can't say that because I was in the South at that time, and they weren't really. 50's run was before Ross's run. 50 controlled music. No,
I'm not arguing with you. I'm saying we weren't doing that down here.
where are you from, Six?
I'm from Virginia Beach.
Six. I got moved to Virginia in
What part of Virginia?
Chesapeake.
That counts.
Okay. I went to Chesapeake. I went to Western Branch. I was all throughout Virginia. I was all in Virginia, and all I was hearing was 50. Just came from New York.
Right.
As
but Corey, what year
in high
was that?
school, that was 04, 05.
And Rick Ross became popular after that, is what I'm saying. But he became popular
it's only
after
the
that.
South because y'all from New York, FYI.
Yes. But it became popular
Virginia's the
after
South.
that, is what I'm saying. So you heard it because it was on the radio. You heard it because it was being played in the club. When we got in the car with our friends on Rick Ross came on, we weren't playing 50 Cent no more.
But okay, so I was in the clubs I was in Virginia Beach clubs, the Cave, the Peppermint Club. I was around. I was outside.
Do you know that both of y'all experiences could be true? Like, it literally doesn't have to be that you're right, Corey, and Six is wrong.
No,
like,
but what I'm saying is they were playing 50 quite crazy, and the response was crazy.
But you do know that a transplant's experience and someone who's homegrown there, that experience is different. There are people that tell me about Philly who's not from there, but they know it from the lens of them being there during the time that they were there. But there's a different feeling for people that live there.
And so, Mia, and to that point, though, on the flip side, when we start to talk about music globally, if we're only going to use people who grew up in Virginia Beach, Six, I saw you, Jamaica, baby girl. I'm on your side all the
I'm
time.
Just saying,
right?
I'm not
I'm on your side all the time.
I'm not saying
but if
anybody's wrong.
we're talking about people who are coming from these like subsets, which are niches in the market. Like for real, like Pusha T is the only thing that I even know that came from anywhere that's close to where she's coming from. So what I'm also saying though, is that hold on, can I six? Let me cook six. No, but six. Let me land my plane, baby girl, and then you can take it wherever you want to go, even if you want to go to fucking Fiji. But what I'm saying though is that, especially when you come from when you were born and raised in major markets, we have been exposed to everything, not just the local. So I understand what Six is saying about how the local niggas and the impact that the local niggas have when they circulate and then they on the come up, what that means to you and your experience.
But I
understand. No, you don't. Hold on. I still did not.
Hold on.
Six. I still did not land my plane yet, though. Six.
I need to clarify something though.
Six.
Part of your plane.
Go ahead. No, but Six. You can please clarify after I land my plane. What I'm also still saying is when you live in a place where you are in a major market and you hear everything, you hear snippets of everything versus